In math, the third graders practice subtracting across zeros. They learn that they cannot subtract a number from zero. You cannot subtract from nothing. They learned how to regroup in order to subtract. So they use the expanded form to practice this, and they have their hundreds, and they organize their tens, and then their ones, and they expand their number when they subtract. So they have 600, and the number 602, 0 tens, and 2 ones, 450, and 1. All right, and they learned to subtract starting at the ones so that they can learn where they need to start regrouping if they need to, but they can subtract 1 from 2 because 1 is a smaller number. 2 take away 1 is 1. They cannot subtract 50. You cannot subtract 50 from 0, so you're going to need to regroup. So they go next door to the hundreds place, and they're going to regroup 100. They learned that they can only regroup 100 from the hundreds column, only regroup a 10 from the tens column. So I'm going to subtract 100, left with 500, move over my 100 to the tens, and now I can subtract. All of my bottom numbers are smaller than my top numbers. 100 take away 50 is 50. 500 take away 400 is 100. So I have an expanded number of 150 and 1. So the difference is 151. So here's another problem with the thousands place. So they learned to organize their problem by having a TH for thousands, H for hundreds, an O, whoops, forgot my tens, T for tens, and an O for ones. So they can expand 1032. They have 1000, 0 hundreds, 30 in the tens, and 2 ones. And then no thousands in 431. They have 400, 30, and then 1 1. And then they start subtracting from the ones place. So 2 take away 1, they can subtract 1 from 2, because 1 is a smaller number, equals 1. 30 take away 30 is 0. They cannot subtract, you cannot subtract 400 from 0, so you're going to regroup 1000 into the hundreds place. So this becomes 1000. 1000 take away 400 is 600. And then they are going to compose their number. They have 601 as their difference. And then in this problem, 1000 take away 134, they have 3 zeros. So they learned to expand even 1000 with 3 zeros so that they can subtract across the zeros and practice regrouping. Tens, and then you have ones. So you have 1000, 0 hundreds, 0 tens, and 0 ones. And then you have 100 that you're subtracting, 30, and 4. Third graders are able to see the value of all the digits by stretching it out and expanding their numbers this way. So then they can start in the ones column, cannot subtract 4 from 0. So they're going to go next door and to the tens to regroup a 10. There isn't a 10 there, so they're going to need to go next door to the hundreds. They're in the hundreds. It's still a 0. They cannot regroup. So they're going to go all the way to the thousands, and they have to regroup 1000 to the hundreds column. So we have 1000 there. But we're going to, we still need to regroup. And the third graders learn to regroup every place before subtracting. So they're in the hundreds column, so they have to regroup 100 from the hundreds column. So they're going to subtract 100 from 1000. 1000 take away 100 is 900. They move their 100 to the tens column, and they have 100 take away 30. They can subtract that, but they're not done yet because there's a 0 in the ones place, and they cannot take 4 away from 0. So they're in the tens column. They're going to need to regroup a 10. So 100 take away 10 is 90. Regroup the 10, and now they can subtract. Every top number is larger than the bottom number. So 10 take away 4 is 6. 90 take away 30 is 60. And 900 take away 100 is 800. And then they're going to compose their number and write it in standard form. 866 is the difference.